Before the Rally is a 1971 short film documentary by Krzysztof Kieślowski, focusing on Krzysztof Komornicki, a rally driver from Poland, who, as we see him in the film, is about to engage in a rally in Monte Carlo. However, before he can go to Monte Carlo, he needs a car. And the car that he will be driving is produced in Poland. Actually, it's a Polish Fiat. And Fiat itself, which was licensed from Italy, was a sort of a symbol of 1970s Poland and the era of Edward Gierek-run prosperity. So what we really see in the film is the bureaucratic, technical, engineering side of preparing the car for Komornicki. So when the film opens, we can see some cars being produced in a car factory, and what we can hear is some Baroque music, which is actually a musical solution that Kieślowski engaged in many of his films, notably The Refrain or First Love. And then we sit at the table, just like we did in the 1970 film Factory, and we hear long conversations with engineers and specialists who are trying to prepare the best possible car for the driver. It's very clear from the film that the technical resources and economic possibilities of People's Republic of Poland at the time are not really top-notch. The people are definitely doing their best, like they did in a Factory, for example, in 1970, but there is something lacking. This is not a world-class car factory that we are watching, and the driver is a little bit frustrated with that. However, there is no denying, as always in Kieślowski, that he is showing these characters with full respect. These are people who are trying to do their best. They are trying to prepare the best possible Polish car of that moment. So there is a feeling that even though our car factories may not be, of the class that Western world enjoyed at the time, that there is a feeling that Komornicki will be driving a Polish car produced here in Poland, and this is actually a stake for national pride, which is shown with a little bit of humor by Kieślowski. The final shots of the actual rally are actually quite interesting. They shot during the night and they are quite dynamic. So overall, I would say that even though the film has a little bit of a satire in it, it does present the characters as doing their best effort. And also, I would say, in a funny way, Before the Rally is also a metaphor for Kieślowski's own dreams. Because as we know from his later career, he always wanted to work internationally. He wanted to go to the West and make Western movies, and he will at the very end of his career. Here I think he's sympathizing with this local driver who wants to prove himself in an international area, just as Kieślowski was waiting for a very long time before his films were finally appreciated by the international audiences.